Hi everybody, it's Astrid. I'm back with another moon lore. Hey Donna, nice to see you. So I wanted to jump in here on Saturday afternoon because we've got an amazing full moon coming in tomorrow in Leo. And behind me, I have been waiting so long to reveal this calendar. I'm exaggerating, but I ordered this in December. This is a moon calendar. Let me pull the camera a little bit closer so you can kind of see it. This is by moonphasesstudios.com. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I am redoing my office and where I do lives and my spiritual work. And I saw their pop-up for an ad in December come through and I was just like, wow. I was struck by the artistry that she does. This is hand-drawn and then obviously blown up and created into a full a poster. But you come to February, they've got the date and the dates and then where the moons are on for that day. And I just absolutely, positively love it. It's got the lunar planting guide down here. Has the stelliums of what the signs, the sigils, I should say, of the zodiac signs. Has this and it has information on how to use this moon calendar. I love the imagery for each of the zodiac signs. I love she has the names of the moon, the tree moon, the coal moon, the wolf moon, the snow moon. She also has the solstices listed here on this inner ring. And then the lamas, Litha, Beltane, Ostara, Samhain, Yule. She's got all the goddess rituals. I just absolutely love it. When you walk into the room, it pops. It brings a lot of beauty to your space. So again, moonphasesstudios.com, and they're under the name of, I think it's moon_phases studio on Instagram. Thank you so much for your beautiful work. I absolutely love it. So let's get into this topic about the full moon in Leo. Remember, whenever you're watching this, it's appropriate. Sometimes people say, oh, I missed your live on the day. This comes in tomorrow on February 5th at 10:28 Pacific Standard Time. So I wanted to come in today so that you have it and get ready for tomorrow morning if you're on the West Coast in particular. So there's a lot going on in February. February is always one of those great months where you really look forward to it. January is kind of like a past of the fall and of the holidays. You're kind of catching your breath in January. And then February comes in. It's the month of love. It's President's Day, Valentine's Day. But what I want to call out is that it's also Black History Month, which I'm so proud of. But I ran across a thing which I didn't know about. It's International Spiritual Teacher Month. I'm like, So with Black History Month and International Spiritual Teachers Month, I feel so proud to be standing here because what International Spiritual Teachers Month represents is bringing light. So here's it says, Spiritual Teachers Month is observed annually throughout February. It recognizes the role of spiritual teachers in people's lives and their impact on society. This holiday spreads awareness that spiritual teachers are individuals who inspire and help bring out the best in people. It also shows that these teachers occupy various societal roles, including championing social causes, acting as pacifiers and peace brokers, and providing motivation and inspiration. And I feel that I do this all the time. So under the fold, I was thinking about Black History Month and thinking about my ancestors and thinking about being a spiritual teacher, how I have the luxury of being a spiritual teacher in this time-space reality because of my ancestors paved the way. And thinking about spirituality, when I think about the slaves as they were brought over, how they survived it. You know, the ships were found strewn with herbs and plants from Africa that they were brought over in. So my ancestors were healers. They were spiritualists. So one of the things I feel like saved my ancestors is music and sound. And I find it fascinating. Again, as a spiritual teacher, I'm now a sound therapy healer. So singing and raising their voices literally to block out the negativity, but to raise their vibrational frequency. I feel very proud. So as I go through this month, I'm connecting with my ancestors to the very origins of my family to bring in strength for me. So happy Black History Month. Happy International Spiritual Teachers Month. So let's get into this. Courageous passion revived. We are still in Aquarius season. So a full moon occurs again when two planets are in opposition of each other. So the sun is sitting in Aquarius and this moon is now sitting in Leo. So remember, whenever a new moon or a full moon comes in, you have 2.5 days to capitalize on its energy. It's the peak of its energy, I should say. The peak energy, you have 2.5 days. And then you have 2 weeks to live out its energy. So if you're watching this after today and you tune in a few days later, you're still good. You can still, there's always universal messages whenever anything we talk about energetically comes through. February comes from the Latin word februm. And februm means to purify. So again, full moon's about releasing, letting stuff go, and surrendering. Surrendering does not mean giving up. When you surrender, it means you allow your body, your faculties to open up so that energy can flow in and flow out. February is about clearing what no longer serves you. And the snow moon, this icy moon, this cold moon, it's called the snow moon, the storm moon, or the hunger moon, because in the wintertime, our ancestors had very difficult time. If they didn't store away enough food around this time, there was a little bit of hunger that went on. But it is said that it helps to reset your spirit. So coming into February, think of passion revive and resetting yourselves. Biggest energetic news. This is the last full moon of winter. So December, January, and February, this will be the last energy of the winter months. This will be the largest, brightest full moon of the year. The brightest, fullest moon of the year. And the best news ever, and I said this last couple weeks ago during the new moon, is that all planets are moving direct. And they will be moving direct until about the 1st of May. So capitalize on this energy. What does that mean? It means that none of the planets are moving backwards. It means that everything has a forward motion. And what does that mean? Momentum. So if you're planning some big things, if they didn't really take off in January, use February as your springboard for March. So just reassess. We just landed into this new year, so take your time. That was one of the big messages that came through in January. Take your time. You have more time than you actually believe. The full moon is taking place in the sky known as the Lunar Mansion. The area of this sky is symbolized by 2 serpents. Serpents are snakes, and they're closely related to Kundalini energy. So going up the spine, we have 2 serpent type energies that go up the spine like this. One is masculine and one is feminine. The Kundalini energy is based on awakening that energy. Think of the snake charmer, the snake that's wound up in the basket. The snake charmer comes along and plays, and then the snake rises up the spine, bringing up that energy. Those of us who meditate, practice Kundalini yoga, Tai Chi, breath work, you feel that Kundalini energy raise up, but then it wanes back down when you're not elevating and bringing it up. So this full moon is coming through the Lunar Mansion. So this helps to radiate and bring energy and power to the body. Another energetic news is that Uranus is stationary direct into the 2nd of May. Uranus is the planet of heightened activity, let's say. Earthquakes, shocks, surprises. By the way, did you guys feel that earthquake? I am 8 miles from the epicenter. Was it 2 weeks ago? And it literally, and what's so funny is it's like I've gotten so used to surprises, let's say. So I was really tired when it happened. I just wanted to look at the time because you know I love numbers. And I believe it was 4:11. I was like, oh, 4:11, it's a 6, love. And I just went back to sleep. So anyway, Uranus brings surprises. It also brings things to the light. It's a huge planet of awakening, and it's linked to power outages. And a lot of people are reporting feeling like they have these weird, unknown aches and pains going through their bodies. So Uranus can be responsible for that. So that's happening. Other energetic big news is that Pluto enters Aquarius in March of 2023. So it's on its way there. There's always a pre-shadow, there's always a post-shadow. So it's moving its way into Pluto. So the last time, check this out, the last time Pluto passed through Aquarius was 1777 through 1797. I'm like, and what's fascinating about, remember I said Pluto and Uranus, they really are planets of really interesting energy. Let's just use that word. But the French and the American revolutions both took place during this time period. Need I say more? So it'll enter Aquarius, it'll fully enter Aquarius in 2024, and it will spend its 19 to 20 years in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign of freedom, social justice, imagination, and innovation. Hi, everybody. Hey, guys. Hey, Steve. And is that Jason? Is that Jacqueline? Hey, Ed. Hello, everybody. Tammy. Oh, my gosh. Tammy is my childhood friend. Her mother and my mother were best friends. So we were born. I saw her being born. I saw her come into the world. So welcome, everybody. All right, let's get into numerology. Okay. Also, Donna is here. Good to see you, Donna. Numerology, 16. So 16 degrees is a number of completion and closure in your chart. So by the way, whether you're the sign of Leo, whether you're a rising sign, we all have Leo somewhere in our charts. So Leo is going to show up somewhere in your chart in one of your houses. So in addition to the sun signs, the rising signs, the moon, the Venus, you're going to have some kind of house that represents Leo. So there's a lioness or lion in all of us. The peak of the moon is at 6:28. Now this is universal time, 10:28 West Coast time, but there's a universal time at 6:28. If you break the number 6:28 p.m. down, it equals a 16. Again, the same degrees that these planets are sitting in. And 16 equals 7. Remember, 2023 is a 7 year. It's a year of the teacher, knowledge, and learning. Okay, this is the fifth full moon in a row at 7 degrees in a sign. And 16 in the tarot deck is known as the Tower card. The tower is again, unexpected, fast, quick changes. Either good or less than stellar changes, but this is also causing this fast-paced energy. But this number 16, number 7, is considered to bring in remarkable game-changer energy for all of 2023. So again, prepare this month in February, because March, April, and May, it said that things are going to get really good. Number 23 pops up. 23 is called the Royal Star of the Lion number. So it's Leo full moon. We're in 2023. 23 ties in with courage. It's the number of courage, fearlessness, leadership, and self-expression. And finally, this is a second month, so it's radiating at the energy of number 2. This is a second month, and 2 is the number of partnership. Main theme. So when you think about Leo, think of bravery, think of commitment, think of all personas of power. You know, everything they accomplish is a reflection of their vision and their leaderships. Leos are natural born leaders. It's considered the number 1 sign in astrology for being the strongest astrological sign. And I know it's because of their ability to envision. But while they envision, it's not a hyper, it's a very strategic, calm, When you think of the Leos that you know, they're fun-loving. You know, they laugh quickly at themselves, you know. Mercury is sextile Neptune. Neptune is a planet of imagination and dreaming. So it should be an easy flowing town energetically regarding your intuition. Intuition is considered one of our superpowers, and we've got to start acting like it. We've got to start connecting to our intuitive powers. How do we do that? By following our hearts and listening to ourselves. I'm going to talk more about the heart in just a moment. Spiritual and metaphysical predictions point to March as the month that things get really, really good. So hang tight. If January felt weird, you're uncertain coming into February, just hang on for March. Key messages. Leo is considered a fixed sign. So if you're a Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius, this energy is going to affect you. The main theme about this Leo energy is become a leader. You don't have to be a leader of a company or a group, but be a leader in your own home. Be a leader in your own dominion over your own self and life. It's about love, warmth, love of life, integrity, pride, and also your spiritual integrity. So pray a lot, write a lot, meditate a lot. It's a time to walk our talk and be of service to others. So this full moon energy reminds us to help each other, to help protect each other, help teach each other, help support each other. Think of the word shining. Shining, shine your light. Figure out ways that you can help shine the light and help others shine theirs. This is the month of love, so mind your heart. Drink lots of green tea. Green is a color associated with the heart. I love that this whole background and this calendar is green, but green is associated with the heart. Oftentimes, especially now because of Valentine's Day, people think that it's red. Red is related to blood and circulation, your root chakra. However, red is the color of powerful, passionate love, but it's green because green is rebirth, growth, opportunity, and green is associated with manifestation. So green drinks, bring in plants. If your plants are starting to die off, refurbish them, buy new ones, pull out your green crystals. I'm wearing my green aventurine, my malachite. I love green crystals. Green drinks, drink your green drinks, lots of green vegetables, because these green, the energy of green literally refurbishes and replenishes the heart. The chakra for Leo is the heart, the spinal column, the spine, and the upper back. You think of a lion, they have great posture. They stand, the lion sits with the chest standing out proud because the heart center is what rules Leo. I also think of the solar plexus because the solar plexus is yellow. This is where our power center and our gut level of intuition lives. When a lion is hunting and looking for prey, they tap into their gut level of intuition and they go into their third eye. But yellow is the sun, and sun is the planet that governs Leo. So I think solar plexus, I think heart. You know, the solar plexus, when you're strong and you have a strong, healthy ego, we need an ego. We need a healthy ego. We need it on balance, but the solar plexus is about processing what you think, what you eat, and what you feel. Remember the Wizard of Oz? And the lion in the story, he was born with this innate strength and power, this leadership ability that he didn't know he had. He thought he was missing a heart. Turns out he had a heart all along. He's just missing the energy of courage to activate the heart. When I think of Leo and the energy of Leo, I think of ferocious courage. I think of luxury and confidence. All my Leo friends are beautiful. They're smart and they really like nice things. They usually have a nice home. They put themselves together. So depending on where Leo is, you might, in your chart, you may take on some of those characteristics. Now, Leo is it's a fire sign, but it's a mature fire sign. Unlike the impetuous Aries who they leap and then they look. And then there's Sagittarius who they speak and then they think. where Leo is a more mature fire sign. It uses its fire, no doubt, but it doesn't waste energy. Leos take their time, they're methodical, and they have an ease. They don't rush or hurry. And I laugh because, again, I watch my Leo friends, and they seem to have a predilection for people doing stuff for them. When I think of Leo, I think they are like manifester magnets. People are drawn to Leo. They usually have beautiful eyes. They have a mane of hair. And again, they remind me of magnets, because, you know, whenever you see a lion, they're like sitting pose, relaxed. They're ready to pounce, but they also believe that energy, things will come to them because they're the king. I'm the king, I'm the queen. So naturally, things are supposed to come to me. So like a magnet, when the energy of pins and the metal comes to them, they just sit back and wait. They don't do a bunch of unnecessary running around. So even if it takes a long time, Leos believe that everything they want to attract will come to them. So let's talk about the heart. Again, governed by the color green. It's also governed by the color pink. Pink is agape, unconditional love. It's the love that we have to have for ourselves. So pink represents giving love to yourself so that you can give it to others. Our heart is a connector to the cosmos. It connects us to higher frequencies. We are tuning to higher frequencies right now. So if you're having sleepless nights, like the other day I was up at 4:45. This has happened to me each month. I'm up just and awake. Even after going to bed, like by 11 or 12, I'm awake, I'm wide awake. And restlessness, just weird aches and pains, headaches in weird parts of your brain. It's because we're being tuned to a higher frequency. And it is said that we are evolving physically for the first time as humans. So a lot of our evolution is taken hold mentally, but it's the first time we are evolving physically. So again, like I said, mind your heart. The Heart Math Institute, they're located in the Northern Cal. They've been doing research for 30 years now, I think. The Heart Math has determined that the electromagnetic field of the heart is 5,000 times larger than the brain. So the next time you have to make a decision, instead of saying, well, let me think about it, say, let me feel into what I should do. Maybe I'll feel into it. The heart has more information. So the heart is kind and giving. It feeds information up to the brain. But what happens is, as it's feeding up to the brain, we're so linear and so dogmatic. If we're not receptive to it, the brain just puts it away. So learn to make decisions by your heart. So the more you're in positive coherence, energies like joy, peace, happiness, laughter, love, keep you in the resonance of the heart. At any time, it is said we are working and living from two poles of energy, love or fear. Excuse me. I like Dr. Phil's plain speak on it. He says either you're building or destroying. So as you're going through your day, you can decide what dial you want it on. So remember I said the solar plexus, the stomach, having a strong core is so important. So you can turn your dial to love or fear anytime, but it just depends on your self-esteem, because the solar plexus governs our self-esteem, how we feel about ourselves. So above all else, people can say, you're great, you're fantastic, you're this, you're that. If you don't feel it and it's not part of your energy field, it'll be hard pressed for you to believe it. Okay, what to do? Get moving, take physical action, get out in the sun, get out in the light, and let that light energy come in. Sweat, go to saunas, anything, but take physical action. Because remember, when you say my life, your life includes your physicality. Without your body, you don't have a life. So I hear people say, I want a really good life. Great. You got to take really good care of your body. So get your body moving, get the fluids and the energy moving and toxins flushing out. Meditate. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, meditate. Meditate laying down, meditate sitting up, do a walking meditation. Be sure to track the signs of the new and the full moon energy. So what I mean by that is we're locking down on this full moon in Leo, right? So what you have to do is spiral back 6 months prior when there was a new moon in Leo, okay? So around end of July, we get a new moon in Leo. So what I would track is, here's the full moon in Leo, make your intentions and your plans, save that date. So when we get to the new moon in Leo, you're going to look back to see what you had created and what you had written down for yourself. Keep your thoughts clear. I know it's hard. I am the queen of assumptions, and I'm a Imagineer, and I make up stories all the time. I'm a queen of that. So fear makes things seem insurmountable. How to do this? How do you let go of fear? You pivot, you pivot, you pivot, you pivot. If it takes 1,000 times a day, building or destroying, loving or fearing. You just keep pivoting. You catch yourself. You say something negative. You catch yourself and pivot right back to the positive energy. It takes time. It takes time to build the energy and that muscle of positivity or whatever changes. Changes take a long time, but you have to do the consistent work for them to happen. You love green, I do too. And green, you know, when you think of the chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white, most people don't want to wear red. They feel a little shy. I put on this lipstick deliberately tonight because it brings out my inner lion. I thought that it was a little sexy, a little flirty, just like Leo, okay? This snow moon, as I said, represents a reset in your spirit. So think of the RE words: refresh, replenish, revive, reimagine. Again, it's a time to create the life that you've always dreamt of, okay? It's a great time to reconnect with your loved ones, your old friends, your family, your tribe. It's a good time to get back to your pride, your group. What else to do? Get clear on your support systems. I laugh when I wrote this one out because the question is, who really has your back? Who is in your pride? Who is in your circle of light and strength? Those people that consistently, your ride or dies. This is a time to assess and figure out who really is in your tribe. Charge your crystals. Put your crystals out, and I love this one. I acquired this amazing, this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I acquired this one a while ago. I don't know what that, oh my gosh. My computer went off, but I acquired this baby. This will be out in the moon. It's got the quartz here, and it's got the quartz, the tourmalinated quartz on the back. So this baby will be outside because that's going to be, again, part of my office decor. All right, candle magic. This is a fire sign. So if you're a fire sign, like I said, this energy is going to affect you differently. Light a lot of candles. I learned when I was going through some metaphysical training that the universe needs to find you. So candles are in vogue right now. People love and are using candles more in abundance now. But light a bunch of candles tomorrow night. So when this full moon comes in tomorrow, light a bunch of candles. Light a bunch of candles in the evening. Get into the ritual, the habit of lighting candles. The idea is when you want to manifest something, the universe will bring it to you, but it has to be able to find you. So light candles. Also burn. Now I have a Sagittarius stellium. Hey Katia, bonjour, bonsoir. I have a Sagittarius stellium. That means I have 3 or more planets in Sagittarius. So I love fire. So a good thing to do is write down the things you need to release and let go, and find a safe fireproof container to burn them in, burn them outside safely into a fire pit, and literally visualize the things that you're letting go, literally see them dissolve away. And when you see it finally dissolve away, it is said to pour water on it so that it alchemizes it. Water will help alchemize it. February energy update. So we talked about Black History Month. I'm so proud to be a Black American, and it's Spiritual Teachers Month. Again, my ancestors made it possible for me to even be standing here today doing this talk on Instagram. We're still in Aquarius season until 2/18 of this month. On 2/5 tomorrow at 10:28 Pacific Standard Time, this full moon in Leo comes in. February 14th is Valentine's Day. I see a lot of activity coming up about Galentine's Day. I remember when I was single and many moments of being single, hoping to find my one. I remember seeing a statement that no other day or time period than Valentine's Day reminds you of your singleness. So, but we can always love ourselves, 220 is President's Day, and also on the 20th is the new moon in Pisces. So it just feels so good to be back doing these moon talks. I'm committing myself to staying on track. I got caught up working in the store and I let this pass by, but every time I think about getting on here and talking about spreading the energy of moon magic, it just blows my mind how it's changed my life. So I'm committed to every 2 weeks coming here, putting out this video like I used to do, and looking forward to connecting. My final thought, I have 2 things, is this moon calendar. If you didn't come join me at the start, I ordered this. I saw an ad on Instagram. I clicked on the link and I just was blown over by how this artist has put this together. It is brilliant. It's moonphasesstudios.com. I don't get paid for it. I don't even know the young lady, but I think her work is superior and I would support her. So I am saying that Moon Phases Studio, her work is brilliant. She has a nice blog as well. Last thought says, every full moon is a precious opportunity to release and to charge ourselves up, to bring calm, intuitive clarity to the mind, and let go of extraneous things that are keeping us from aligning with Source and our life paths. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. And I'm putting it out there. My buddy Katya, she did a post and we spread out. We are looking for somewhere in the valley, somewhere in Los Angeles, to restart our new moon and our full moon live circles. So if you know of somewhere, a nice space, please let me know. Enjoy this full moon in Leo. Have fun. Enjoy, and thank you again for tuning in and watching me. Have a great, great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next video when we do the new moon in Pisces. Namaste, everybody.